Hi, Mike Kennedy. We're doing our item, another item for our kit. We have the Ozark Trail flashlight, LED flashlight. So one of these ones that typically has this insert with three AA batteries, AAA, sorry. You can see that this flashlight is quite a bit longer than this, which is good for the fact that it makes it more hand holdable. In other words, it fits your hand. Okay, shorter than that, you might fumble a little more with it. It's interesting. I've mentioned this before, probably every time I do a flashlight. But when I was a kid, they had D cells, the big. You typically had 2 in a battery, and it was 3-volt battery. And then they transitioned to AA batteries. So then typically you would have 2 AA's, and then you would have the same sort of light bulb, tungsten light bulb. Then of course we go forward more, and all of a sudden we've got the LED, or the light emitting diode. Light emitting diodes are incredibly more efficient. They convert more of the electricity, the power that's in your battery, into light than a tungsten bulb. A tungsten bulb wastes a lot of energy producing heat. In other words, it has to heat the filament up to the point where it will emit light. So actually, some of your energy is being lost in that heat and isn't doing much for producing light. Where with an LED, more of your power is going directly to light and less to heat. But it still goes to heat. You can melt LEDs, or LEDs can melt other things. Sometimes LEDs over 1 watt size, depending on how they're encased, overuse that casing on the LED can become cloudy from that light shining through it, and kind of decreases the amount of light you get, even though you're producing it still, but it's being blocked by the way the LED has been encapsulated. So we go from there, we go to the LEDs, and all of a sudden we have 1 cell AA batteries in them, and then we transition to, besides all the other sizes batteries, but to AAA's. So we have some LEDs that work with a single AAA, and then we have ones more typically that you find that run with 3 of them. Now, it's my thought, and I'm going to check into this and do a follow-up video, that this insert could be replaced with one probably 4.5 volt battery that's probably available somewhere, and just not that common in the US. I think I've seen rechargeable ones. So in other words, you take that insert out and you put in this whole battery that you've charged. And I assume there has to be some that are non-chargeable too, but it could be possible they were only made in recharging style. The problem with recharging sometimes is that if your light goes out, you can't just swap in new batteries and you're good to go that you pick up anywhere. You've got to have an extra battery charged, or you have to wait until you recharge another battery, which probably isn't going to be too convenient if you're out and about, you're camping or something like that. Or at least with something that takes, AA's or AAA's, you can go anywhere and buy them at any store, even though, a small store, they'll probably be quite expensive. So this produces 200 lumens. It has it can zoom, so it goes into more of a spot or is wider. It has 3 levels. A full click turns it on. A partial click cycles through the different things that it does. And now you're going to see a little video I did inside that is just going to show you what the flashlight does. But overall, this seems like a good flashlight, and for one that takes 3 AAA's. See, I keep saying that wrong because I'm not used to that. That's not what I grew up with. But I am going to investigate and looking and see if they have 4.5 batteries that will fit in this chamber, and that are either rechargeable or replaceable. So there you go, Ozark Trail flashlight that was in our approximately $30 toolkit. So here we have the Ozark Trail flashlight. It zooms depending on where you have the position of the front lens. To make a smaller spot, you bring it all the way out. This has 3 levels that are all controlled through this one switch. So if we press it once, we get a lower light level, and then we get flashing. You may not be able to see the lower level. So you get a full press all the way to turn it on or off, then partial presses to activate the dimmer or the flashing.